In times past, in a small village, there was a boy named Pedro. Pedro was a sharp-witted and ambitious child but often faced challenges in taming his thoughts. He was easily distracted and found it difficult to stay focused on his studies or any task at hand. This lack of control over his thoughts left him frustrated and resulted in subpar performance in school and other activities. One day, as Pedro sat beneath a tree, feeling disheartened, a wise elder named Master Zen passed by. Master Zen noticed Pedro's distress and sat down beside him. He asked, "What troubles you, young one?" Pedro shared with Master Zen, explaining how he struggled to control his thoughts and how this was negatively impacting his life. Master Zen smiled gently and said, "Young man, mastering the mind is indeed a formidable challenge, but it is not impossible. I will tell you a story that may help you understand the power of the mind. Long ago, there lived a skilled and fearless archer named Juan. He was renowned for his accuracy and expertise in hitting targets. One day, a young man approached Juan and asked to be instructed in the art of archery. Juan agreed and began to mentor the young man. As the young man practiced, Juan noticed that he had talent, but his mind constantly wandered. He couldn't keep his focus on his target, and his arrows veered off course. Recognizing this, Juan devised a plan to teach the young man a valuable lesson. He challenged the young man by placing a small statue of a bird on a distant branch of a tree and asked the boy to focus on the bird's eye. The condition was that the young man could only direct his gaze at the bird's eye and nothing else. The young man took his bow, but as he was about to release, Juan interrupted him and asked, "What do you perceive?" The young man replied, "I see the bird, the tree branch, the sky, and everything around it." Juan nodded and commented, "You will never achieve your goal if your mind is wandering. Focus only on the bird's eye and let the rest dissolve." The young man tried once more, but his mind continued to wander. He couldn't maintain his focus solely on the bird's eye. After several attempts, he felt discouraged and said, "I can't do this." Juan smiled and said, "You can, but to control your mind, you must tame it as one would a wild colt. Be patient and keep practicing." The young man followed Juan's advice and practiced with determination. He began meditating daily to improve his focus and rein in his thoughts. Over time, his skill grew. Months later, Juan presented the same challenge once again. On this occasion, as the young man drew his bow, he fixed his gaze firmly on the bird statue's eye, causing everything else to fade from his view. He then released the arrow, to everyone's surprise, hitting the bird statue's eye with remarkable precision. Master Zen turned his gaze to Pedro and said, "Young one, just as the archer, both of you can command your minds. This requires training, patience, and commitment. Practice staying present and don't allow distractions to divert you from your goals." Pedro felt a renewed sense of purpose after hearing this narrative. He decided to follow Master Zen's advice and began a regimen of mindfulness and meditation practices. With consistent dedication and persistence, Pedro learned to master his thoughts and efficiently focus on his studies and responsibilities. Over time, he became one of the top students, boosting his self-confidence. He realized that the power to control the mind was within him all along, and now he could direct it to achieve greatness in all areas of his life. And so, dear reader, remember the story of Pedro and the young archer whenever your mind begins to wander. Keep this narrative alive and keep in mind that you have the strength to command your mind and guide it toward your dreams and goals.
Want to live with more wisdom and purpose? Discover the secrets of Buddhist monks in the ebook The Wealth Through the Eyes of Buddhist Monks. Click on the pinned comment and start your journey of transformation.